A pivotal Week 14 matchup for the Bengals on Sunday, a home game against the Houston Texans at not sold out Paul Brown Stadium. This is a must-win game. Look, it's going to take 10 wins in all likelihood to get to the postseason. That means the Bengals have to go 3-1. I don't think we're going to like the prospect of this team having to win out if they lose on Sunday, because winning out would mean you have to beat the Baltimore Ravens, and I think that's a winnable game, but you don't want to have to count on beating Baltimore at the end of the season to get in, especially when Baltimore is probably going to be playing for something, maybe a division title, perhaps even home field advantage in the AFC playoffs. Maybe the Bengals do better when the spotlight is off. Over the last couple of weeks, more people have been talking about the Bengals, more people have been writing about the Bengals. The Bengals are getting more exposure on TV. They're getting the #1 announcing pair on CBS for the game against the Steelers. And even though they're going up against good teams, I think it's fair to say the Bengals have wilted under the spotlight, and that's okay. They're a young team. That's part of the process. But maybe anonymity is better for this bunch. The game, not sold out. Not going to see it on local television. It's not a sexy matchup. Not many people nationally talking about it, despite the fact that it pits two teams that are AFC playoff contenders, the Texans obviously leading the AFC South. And so maybe this team does better with not as many people watching. They're 3-1 at home in games that aren't sold out. So maybe this is better for this bunch. I got to tell you, though, this game scares me. And it scares me for a number of reasons. Number one, you look at what Houston does defensively. Number 2 in the NFL. They're great against the pass. Number 3, number 2 in sacks with 35 sacks of opposing quarterbacks. And number 4 overall against the rush. We like what the Bengals are doing offensively. We love Andy Dalton. We like A.J. Green. I have a crush on A.J. Green, a football crush. But this is not a great Bengals offense, and it's not a consistently good Bengals offense. And again, all those things are okay. It's part of development. But you have high-level defense, mid-range offense. I don't like it. This is a great defensive coordinator in Wade Phillips. It's still a rookie offensive coordinator and a rookie quarterback, a rookie NFL offensive coordinator in Jay Gruden, obviously a rookie quarterback in Andy Dalton. This is a Bengals team. Look, the schedule got tougher, and the Bengals have given us moral victories, but I think it's hard to say right now, after the last 4 games, that the Bengals are playing well. They're not. They got off to a slow start and didn't finish against the Steelers. They really kind of farted around in the middle of the game against the Baltimore Ravens. Really didn't play all that well for 3 quarters against the Cleveland Browns. And you could say they didn't show up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I've got a Texans team that is persevering, playing well defensively, doing enough offensively against a Bengals team that isn't playing well right now, that's a little bit banged up, and has to stop Arian Foster and Ben Tate, 2 guys who will go over the 1,700-yard mark together on Sunday. That's a good running back duo. This is a Bengals team that has struggled against the run recently. Ray Rice ran all over him. The Steelers had some success running the football, even if I have no success in saying that. And the Cleveland Browns ran the ball okay against the Bengals. This matchup scares me. And you could say it's a backup quarterback, a third-string quarterback. They've had injuries. They've been able to overcome them. Defensively, they've done a decent job against the Steelers, did a decent job against the Falcons last week. I got a bad feeling about this. And as I say, every time I pick against the Bengals, I really want to be wrong. I'm certainly not going to be stunned if the Bengals win. My initial reaction was they beat the Texans because of who doesn't play. But the Bengals aren't playing all that well right now. I hate to do this. I hope nobody's around to slap me. I'm going to say Texans 16, Bengals 13, putting this Bengals team behind the 8 ball when it comes to the chase for the final wildcard spot in the AFC. I'd love to be wrong. If I am, you can tell me about it. Mo at ESPN1530.com. Twitter at MoEgger1530. And we'll talk about it either way. Hopefully I'm wrong. On Monday afternoon on Mohawk Monday 304 on ESPN 1530. Have a nice weekend.